Hi everyone, it's time for the 2023 readings, and this is a pick a card. So pick the star and thumbnail if there was a star in particular, one or more that you were drawn to using your intuition, or you can also look at them here. The way that I'm structuring these readings is before I do each reading, I will be doing an automatic writing with my guides and to see what message comes in for you before I flip the cards and give the detailed message. So it'll just be a very kind of succinct, short message from the guides. But my guides tend to, especially, well, the one in particular that I'm working with on the automatic writing is very philosophical in nature. So they might be a little bit cryptic in terms of the message, but hopefully it'll make sense when you see the cards and whatnot. So again, just take a moment. If you picked the stars or star that you're drawn to, maybe you can also tune into the cards as you're seeing them now and see what specifically resonates for you. And then we'll jump into the readings and see what Spirit has to say for you. It will be on the changes and learnings and just overall themes for the year. So I'm not going to be going into detail in any one particular area of life. I'm trying to keep it a little bit more general in nature, but the overall theme for this year for you. So that's the focus. Okay, so for those who pick star 1 or pile 1, I am going to give you the message from the guides, and then we'll jump in to see what the cards have to say and pull some additional cards. Okay, so the guides say, be it here and now. Time does not wait. Chosen. It's you. Your time. Move forward swiftly. So I was really drawn to the word chosen. It's like they had me circle it. There's something, it feels like there's an opportunity or something that's coming in for you this year that is chosen for you. It's for you. And so I feel like I need to tell you, do not doubt it. Do not question it. It is like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Absolutely. It is for you. It's time. It's ready. It's go time. So that's what came through there. So let's see what Spirit has to say here. Wow. So we have action, which is interesting because the last, I'm just looking back at the notes, move forward and swiftly. So this move forward and swiftly, if you look at the ocean, that's exactly what it does. You know, and the thing I'm getting here too is there's something that's coming in for you that it feels like you've gone and done some of the shadow work that's brought you to this space. There's a lot of emotions that are involved in it, but it's time to move forward and step into your new truth that's coming in for you. So you have the card 20 drawn to the balancing of the energies here, and this is fascinating. I'm always just amazed by Spirit. Wow, unbelievable. So if you look here too, it's like looking out into the universe or the planet, and this is unbelievable. If you're looking, it's almost like this person is looking through here. A beautiful, wow. And I just noticed that this is card 20. This is card 19. Unbelievable. I'm just sorry. I'm just taking it in here. I'm just right off the bat. This is amazing. It says dream a beautiful dream. And so, wow. And so there's just, okay, let me get my bearings here. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of truth. There is a lot of energy. There's things that want to be uncovered, want to be known, and it is time here and now to take action with this. So this message is very, very clear to me, and I'm going to read a little bit of the message from the card, but that's very much what I'm getting here. So it says you feel energized and alive, and maybe even a little high, as if your body's fed with energy and vitality from the storm. The atmosphere is building and your body can feel it. Storms are necessary to replenish and refresh the mind. It can feel disruptive and dangerous and cause damage, but without the storms, the planets wouldn't be renewed and replenished. So it says here what you need to know. The shift is coming. The time is now. Unbelievable. What it chosen? It says, I'm blown away. Time. Wow. You'll have to rewind that and what Spirit said. Be it here and now. Unbelievable. Okay, so The time is now. Do not hesitate. Face your fears. Do it anyway. When big change is on the horizon, it's time to take action. Unbelievable. Okay, so you have some major breakthroughs coming in the new year, and it is time. And I have to tell you, let go of this fear. There's a fear that's attached to this, stepping in this power. And again, I'm going back to the word chosen. It's almost like you feel like this can't be me. I don't deserve this. Like, this is, how is this possible? How, like, it's almost like you're feeling jinxed by it, like, or you're afraid it might be jinxed. Absolutely not. Move forward. Trust and know that things are working out for your highest and greatest good, and this is intended for you. Okay, and let me read card 19 here as well. I mean, this is all about this. There's definitely a truth and awakening that's coming in for you as well as part of this. Some of this, I mean, it's going to differ for each one of you, but I feel like some of you are literally stepping into a new aspect of your life. Call it the ascension, call it what you wish. But things around you will fall to the wayside that no longer serve you. So just know that to be true as well. Let me see here. Yeah, so the urge to create is the same within you as it is theme and change, with an emphasis on learning. The universal creator, it has also the same magical ability to draw harmony into you and find beautiful order in chaos, which is what we're seeing here as well. It's saying there's a situation in your life right now where you feel uncertain about your ability to fix or heal. The lack of inspiration, lack of inspiration to be able to imagine it differently and how it could currently seems to be. I'm just trying to see if there's, sorry, I want to see if I get to this one. This has quite a long message. Let me just put it that way. And it's basically just saying that however the perfect beauty of the situation is not revealed by what you attempt to do to it or through trying to impose your right dream upon it. It is to be healed and perfected into all that can be through the revelation of the beauty that already lies within. So this is very much, this is saying it has come to you because you have the power to be a positive influence in whatever situation holds the most meaning for you right now, and you need to know that. So this is, yeah, this is, oh wow, look at this too. Oh, sorry, it says you can overcome resistance and denial by approaching it in a curious mind and open heart in the healing process. So yeah, so this is very much about, there's something, and if you, again, I'm just keep being drawn into this and looking into this, like uncertainty, unknown, what's behind there, and this really being what they're looking at and knowing, oh, I'm getting chills. Oh my God, this is amazing. So I'm getting my, spirits coming in with a deeper message here. So, so they're saying here that this is really you tapping into something that you felt was so far away that you couldn't access, this truth, this knowing, this belief, and now is the time to step into this doorway, into this, it's almost like the thing that you thought was impossible, the dream that you thought was not, attainable for you. And it's I'm just really drawn to this because there's almost like all these little stars that are in here. It's part of that sacred geometry, but I mean, if you look here, it's like the star, and it's just beautiful. This is, wow, amazing. Okay, I could just keep going on and on, but you've got a beautiful kickoff to the year, and just amazing things that are coming in for you. Let me see what else Spirit has to say around this. Definitely a lot of shadow work. You may have done it over the past year. You may have been coming through this. There's a feminine energy too. There might be a connection to a mother or just feminine energy in general. Oh my gosh, look at that, enlightened. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is all about enlightenment and opening up your crown and becoming aware of all that is and allowing this truth to come in, because this is you opening the doorway, right? Like, sometimes I think the ignorance is bliss works. It only gets us so far. And at some point, the world is not enough. And we want to know more. And that's what you're stepping into this year. Absolutely. Ugh. Unbelievable. Wow, I'm so energized off your reading here. So amazing. So, and I'll get random things as well. There's something about, I'm getting a car. So some of you might actually be getting a new car, but some of you The car is also representation for the physical body. So Spirit is showing me the upgrading of a car. So again, might be a literal car, or this might be, you guys might be just going through some different changes and stuff in terms of your physical body. You might be going on a diet, or I don't want to say diet, sorry. Changing your health and lifestyle, and just having a glow up. As I say that, the glow up, yes, absolutely, this glow up that's coming for you. So it's like, yeah, definitely some positive changes for you coming on the horizon, no doubt. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, wow, oh my gosh. So what do we have here? I don't even know what that, it's a victory, but it says victory in some endeavor. I'm not even sure what that's trying to represent. Maybe just a V there, but that's what you're getting. There's absolute victory that's coming in for you. And it's just amazing. And I'm drawn to that victory, and then the color of this card too being very symbolic for you, and that opening up. Oh my gosh, okay, Spirit just told me. So the V, it's interesting because they're saying that they're acknowledging the symbolism of the feminine energy as well. And so the connection there is what they're bringing up. So there's a lot of feminine energy that's connected to this reading as well. So some of you might actually be stepping more into your feminine energy, or, you know, female empowerment or something around this that brings in this new energy. There might be other females that are sort of helping you with this and kind of bringing this in for you as well. So sorry if that's a little, looks like it's a little hard to see that there, but I want to make sure you can see that. So okay, so we'll leave it at that. So I'm going to give you one more message, what Spirit has to say here, and this will be your affirmation, acknowledgement for the year, and see what Spirit has to say. So your reading is amazing, and I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. It's like unbelievable. So this good things are on the way for you, no doubt. So we'll see what Spirit has to say. It can be scary though at times, right? When you have those storm clouds and you're not knowing what's happening, but it's the purge. There might be a little bit of Phoenix, you know, the tower energy that's coming through, but it's just for your highest and greatest good. So okay, so we'll see what your card, the blessing of patience. It says a blessing comes disguised as a setback or delay. The card is confirmation that you are on the right path. With patience and perseverance, you will reach your goal. All is accomplished in perfect time. So that is absolutely beautiful. And so it just, you know, I will say, I will attest to this myself as well, as in terms of the things that are, that we wait for the longest, that seem to drag on and take forever, are the most meaningful, right? So if you think about transformation, simply making a choice to do something, that's great, but the real transformation comes in the change and the act in that change. So I just feel like for you, this is really what this is speaking to. I feel like some of you have carried a burden. I also want to go back to the last 2 to 5 years for some of you. There's been something heavy, and again, as I say that, a mother energy, female energy comes in, and there's an S, might be an S, like an ST name or something too. They're like, I don't know, Stella or some, I'm getting an S name connection there as well. But some of you, it just feels like this thing you've sort of held on to, and it's like not willing to let go of, and you're finally, I'm seeing a woman reaching in her purse right now, and she's pulling something out of her purse and saying, okay, it's time to let this go, that I've held it for way too close to me for way too long, and it's time. So it sounds like you've got some amazing things coming, and you've just got a lot of, it seems like you've gone through some of the learning. I feel like you're at the tail end of some of the things too. Some of you are, I mean, learning is an ongoing process. Even when you've sort of learned, it's like you continue to learn. So another doorway opens up into this this new energy. But I believe for you guys that there's a lot of amazing things, and this is a little bit of entanglement energy as well, because your lessons are not just attached to you, they're attached to other people and the connection you have with other people as well. And it feels like the balance of these energies are coming to the forefront, and you are stepping away and to something that is calling to your higher soul. So amazing card, amazing reading overall for you, star number 1, pile 1, and I hope it resonates, and please let me know in the comments how it resonates for you. Namaste. Okay, for star 2 or pile 2, like I said, before each one of the cards, the readings, I am getting, just doing automatic writing and just seeing what Spirit has to say for you. And yours was very interesting. So, I'm just going to give what I get, and hopefully it'll make sense, and then the cards will provide a little bit more clarity on that. So it says, when you are shown time, believe it. It has a way of telling you where to go, and people will show up to help you make more of it. So that's fascinating, because I know card 1 had something, had a little bit of information regarding time, but in a different sense. But for you, this is, I just immediately felt like you're going to have some people come into your life that are going to help you. So like, it's that feeling of being overwhelmed and stressed and having too much going on, and it feels like you're going to have people coming into your life this year that can help you bear the burden of some of the things. But I feel like the doorways to success open, but for multiple people. So it's all attached to this community and in the openness that you bring in. So it just feels like there's a lot of good things coming in. So let's flip the cards and see what the Spirit has to say. Okay, interesting. So we've got thriving, mental conflict, and what is already with you. So interesting. Wow. So immediately I was like, oh, I wonder what this is. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting is what Spirit was just mentioning about the feeling of kind of stressing. There's a lot of stress that you've maybe been holding on to, especially with time, and feeling of like, I just overwhelmed by life in general. There's a lot of sense of that in your security. The red there is drawn to the root chakra, and that's that feeling of security, not feeling connected, not feeling like, you're just feeling like, you know what I'm getting is that, Saved by the Bell, that Jess or whatever, there's just not enough time, like, but it feels like just overwhelming energy and all these demands and things placed upon you, but by others and yourself. So it, some of it could be perceived, some of it just could be self-inflicted. But there's definitely a lot of mental conflict that you've been going in, and I feel like a lot of you are moving away from this. This will be a part of your learning this year, that you are like, you know what, I'm going to figure out how to better manage things so that I don't feel overwhelmed anymore. And so let me actually read the card there, give you a little bit more context of what's coming in. Okay. Let's see, why is that? That's weird. Okay. Why do I not, I guess I'm not going to. I just have the book, and I swear I just read from it, but I can't figure out why it's not in here. So, oh, I see. Okay, I'm just slow, I guess. Okay, got it. So let me see here. There we go. Okay. So why is it not showing up in sequential order? So this is all about the mental. So that's why this is coming in. And, yeah, so inability to move forward. Self-doubt emerges from the indecisive. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. So wow, that ties so much to the, message that Spirit brought in at the beginning, and that feeling of like, not taking action. And it's interesting because the first card, it was very much, well, I don't want to give away if you're going to look at that one next, but anyway, you might want to check card 1. There might for those of you selected card 2, because I think there's a connection there in card 1 as well. But this is all about not being able to take action. in your present life. And so this is all about making a decision and having the courage to do so. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. I'm just blown away by Spirit, because how the messages that I got through my automatic writing right before, and how it's tied perfectly to these. It says there's assistance out there for you. So seek and listen to wise counsel to help you make the right decisions. Listen to your intuition and have faith. Peace and harmony will soon be yours. And so be it. That is amazing. Okay, so I'm just blown away by Spirit. This year is going to be fantastic. I feel like, I mean, it is what you make of it, obviously, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done. Like, I can't keep doing the same things I'm doing over and over, you know, definition of insanity, and expecting a different outcome. And so Spirit is saying, like, for you, that it's time to move forward. It's time to to see what you've been blocked to, because it's almost like it's there waiting for you, the help, the change that you need to make, but it's so ingrained in you that you don't even see you're blocked to it. Some of you also might want to check out, I feel like this is a shift of perspective, or just simply like, oh my gosh, this whole time. Sometimes when you bounce things off of people, it's like, God, I never thought about that, because you're so in the struggle, you don't see, you know, the rainbow there. So maybe, I don't know, just maybe even having a group of people or a community or somebody you could talk to and kind of bounce things off of. I think a third party would help in this situation. But there might even just be, you know, a little bit of work with inside where you can, you know, meditating and going within and checking into more of that energy, because Spirit will always give you the answers if you're quiet enough. So let's see what Spirit has to say here. So it says you're a survivor, and not only do you survive, but you use situations others might find challenging to thrive. You expand when others shrink. This may be a time to adapt your circumstances rather than overcome by them. Absolutely. You have remarkable ability to step beyond any challenge. You are strong. Others may find shelter in your energy, and right now that's okay. Though giving to others, you are in turn nourished. This card may be urging you to step forward into a primal, primordial, powerful, wild part of yourself. So doing this will increase your vitality, contribute to your overall well-being. So absolutely resonates in terms of what Spirit is coming in with before I even drew your cards and the message. So really excited for you all and what's to come there. Now let me give, let's see. Okay, we have one more message here. So card 17, let's see, 7, 8. So we've got 2, 8, 2 and 17. let me see what the message is here. And so, I mean, just intuitively, what I'm getting from the cards, because I kind of read a little bit more than what it's coming through. I mean, this is your transformation, right? And this is this feeling of like the butterflies I'm seeing as being like this, the knowledge is within you already. It's within your headspace. Like you have it within you, but you just, there's a block there that's saying like, I can't access that. I can't get to it. So this is saying it's already within you. You already have the answers. And sometimes we're just so, I mean, it's everything what Spirit is saying, everything that's coming in that has come in, it's already within you. The answer's already there. So I would just encourage some of you to really connect deeper to Spirit in any way possible, so that you can kind of break through those barriers and build a better connection, a more deeper, and trusting and knowing. Spirit will always give you the guidance of what you need to know. Absolutely. So, okay, so let me just see what Spirit has to say. Okay. Yeah. You are more than ready. You are prepared. You are more prepared than you realize. You don't need an entire army of resources to move ahead. Although you may find that when you do move, many resources suddenly become apparent, which is, oh my gosh, which is, it was saying people will show up. It's amazing, but you have to make the first move. You have to acknowledge that there needs to be a support system there. And don't, you know, we all have them in some capacity. All that you need is the moment, is just one sweet act of nourishment. This is enough to take take out of backwards nostalgia and regret and forwards to what's waiting for you now. Be brave, dig within, and enjoy the sweet surrender. Unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful message. I just love it when, excuse me, when Spirit can come through with such a clear and succinct message, and the cards just give a new layer of that, but saying the same thing in a different way and just validating that. And I'm seeing that just the last two, like, unbelievable. See what else Spirit has to say here as well. And for your energy, actually, I wanted to, before I turned your cards, I also got a masculine energy. Now, obviously, there's a man on that card, but there feels like there's a masculine energy. So masculine energy also comes up a lot of strength, and it's not to say that women don't have the strength, but there's a feminine or more soft, and then the masculine is a little bit more direct. So it makes perfect sense why I was getting masculine for your spread. So before I tune in, like I said, I get hits and information and insights. So Spirit is absolutely giving that message for you. And yeah, so we have 2, 3, and so we have here willpower, which is all about making that first step, moving. This is the solar plexus. This is where we tend to maybe want to make a change, but we don't move forward with it. And so it's, you know, down in this area, and it's basically getting us, it's the drive, the willpower to move forward, to go. And it's everything what Spirit's been saying. It's already within you. Just make the first step, and you will have the energy show up that best serves you here. So absolutely. Wow. I'm just blown away by Spirit. They're showing up massively here. So let's see what T card you're going to get here as well. Okay. Wow, carrot. So this is opportunity or windfall. Yeah, so look at this. I mean, it's all about embracing this opportunity that's coming in for you. Some of you might actually have a business, and there's some expansion going on this year, and I'm getting chills on my head right now, so I feel like that's obviously it's not going to serve the masses, but some of you, at least one of you, I could tell you, has a business, and you are going to be doing more to expand your business and make it more profitable, make it more serving. It's going to serve in other ways. And some of you, this might be your home environment, right? Finding a way to create new opportunity within your home space, maybe doing, there's something financially coming in though, absolutely, because this is about planting those seeds and then you harvesting those carrots. So absolutely, yeah, they just had to draw one more too here, so let me just, okay, archway. There you go, again, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. I mean, unbelievable. So, wow, that perfectly paired with the other one that just came in here, and Spirit gave that message. So, yeah, that's, you've got some amazing things coming in for you, a lot of opportunities. But the biggest thing for you is just being willing to make the first step, and, you know, whatever that is, saying, hey, you know, sometimes it's a simple conversation with someone. Hey, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Or, hey, what do you think about this? What should I do here? Really surrendering to that. And I'm telling you, the minute you do that, that archway, the opening will come up, and it's like all the stars align and everything just comes in. But you've got to get rid of this space where you're so in it yourself, and it's sort of like, you could see he's suffering alone. He's kind of going through the mental anguish alone, but he's not inviting anyone else to, hey, can you maybe talk to me about this? This stepping out of this space will bring you into this new perspective, and you see things from a very much higher level. And it's like everything comes in. All of these people, all these butterflies, all of these people come in to help you transform. And look at, you've got, you know, your solar plexus, the willpower, the drive is there, and then the opportunities come in as a result. So amazing reading. I hope you loved it, and I wish you an amazing 2023. Okay, so card 2, or star 2, pile 2. Right after I turned off the video, Spirit reminded me we did not do your blessing card. So I want to give that blessing to you now and see what Spirit has to say around that. Okay, so it says you are blessed regardless. Every experience enriches us and those around us in some way, regardless of what you achieve or don't achieve, do or don't do. All is a blessing in one form or another. Nothing is a mistake, for all serves divine purpose. All is blessed. So this is beautiful. I feel like, and this is look at the yellow energy there, and that just reminds me of all the butterflies that were popping out in your reading as well. So this to me is just kind of validating further there as well, that, you know, things always work out, things have a way of working out. And I'm really drawn to that achieve or don't achieve, that, you know, there is only so many hours in a day. There's only a feeling of being able to do so much. So don't put any pressure on yourself, that no matter what, if you wake up in the morning, that's an accomplishment. So just know and be gentle with yourself this year, and definitely know that you'll always have the blessings, as you are a blessing. So I hope that resonates for you. Okay, for those of you who picked pile 3, the channeled message is: be open to new possibilities. Unexpected blessings come from unlikely paths. Take the new direction and be curious enough to embrace the gifts along the way. So beautiful message. Now let's see how the cards that you have reflect that. Okay, so yeah, so immediately we've got the emotional withdrawal energy. You could see he's looking at the ocean, and there's the ocean connection there as well. And you've got this bird here with the water down here with these blessings, which is beautiful because the blessings were coming in. And look, there's the pathway, right? And so being able to kind of go down that pathway. And I'm very drawn here to the bird, right? So the bird is the solar plexus color, it's yellow. And then we have here receiving, so card 27, and you've got this bright kind of yellow light in the background, and she's bringing that in. You've got a lot of water energy that's coming in here, so, and obviously this is the emotional withdrawal, but there's the energy of kind of purging of that, the past, and some of these things from the past, and what has to come in for you, what will be coming in for you once you release some of this stuff. You can see he's kind of in the prayer position here, and it's about releasing these things that no longer serve you, and you know that what got you here won't get you there. And so it's about taking that next step so that your blessings can come in, because you've got a lot of blessings. But look at, you know, she has to purposely take this cup that's full of this sort of life's experience, this water, this ocean, and breathe it in order to bring the blessings about. So beautiful. So let's jump into the cards and see what they have to say here. Oh wow, yeah, look at this. Okay, so this talks about the card represents moving away, withdrawing from an old situation, with in search of new horizons or beginnings. So you definitely have this new beginning that's coming in for you big time here. So yeah, so you've got some exciting new adventures that are coming in, and it's going to be a good, it's just beautiful, the energy that's coming in. And let's check with these blessings here and see what the card says specifically for those. So this is the Holy Spring, and it's saying gods and goddesses were thought to reside in near these special places, and they were revered. It's saying these kinds of springs were thought to be healing waters where blessings were bestowed by mystical beings. Wow, immense blessings are emerging into your life from those in spirit. This is amazing. Be open to the voice of the divine. Messages are all around you. You are protected. You are safe. Have faith that your path is guided. Watch for the signs that spiritual beings are present. This is so beautiful. So refreshing, replenishing energy is filling your life. And look at this. Oh my gosh, that could almost relate to that as well in terms of the energy, and it's completely different cards. So let's see what the Spirit has to say on this one. The messages for the cards for the receiving energy. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so All right, so this one here, so allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return to be more efficient, effective. Rest now, play now, and work later. Forget your worries for a while, switch off, do something else, let it all go, and it will all flow. And so this is all about, yeah, I release all false guilt and shame without having needs and all false beliefs about rest being wasteful and unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and the gifts of happiness it brings. I understand that rest and activity balance, feed, and nourish each other. There's a sacred healing that happens through rest, which is very powerful. I accept and receive this now through unconditional love. This is now so. So yeah, this is all about these blessings that are coming in. And sometimes kind of going through the act of invoking this is a decision, right? It doesn't mean that you have to like go and physically, you know, exert yourself and do all these things. This is saying like just be open to these blessings. I mean, you could see the bird just sort of sitting there in observation and contemplation, and then the blessings are coming in. So being open to that is really critical for you at this time, because they're wanting to come in for you. So all right, so let me pull another card and see what else Spirit has to say for your energies for the year. Oops, okay, those are way too many that were flying out there. I got little. All right. Okay, subconscious. Okay, yeah, so this to me ties back to this, right? The emotional withdrawal. There's a lot of things within that you've been sort of contemplating or maybe not even knowing how to process, right? So when you go into the cave, the subconscious area, it's exactly what Spirit was saying earlier. It's almost like, how do I put words to what I'm feeling? It's so deep within, I don't even know how to bring it up. So there's some shadow work that you're going to be doing or have done in order to bring you to this space where you can process and receive these blessings for sure. So they're telling me to pull one more of these cards connected to this. Oh yeah, there we go. They're like, we gotta acknowledge the blessings and the celebration. So yeah, so this is really, I see kind of you moving away from it, and this is the reward of the year and what's coming in for you. So all about celebration, new beginnings, just all the things, a lot of celebration for you. And some of you might, at the time you're watching this, be celebrating a birthday as well. So I'm getting more like a solar return energy too. So some of you might have that as well, or there just feels like there's something bigger around this time for you. So, all right, let me pull a tea leaf and see what else messages. The star, oh my gosh, amazing. And the fact that this reading is about stars, and wow, you guys, this is a beautiful, it says guaranteed success. So unbelievable. I just, wow. So you got a lot of blessings coming in, guaranteed success, reasons to celebrate. And sometimes, okay, that's interesting. So Spirit's telling me too, the emphasis of what a little bit more color from this card, that sometimes the act of just being in the moment and embracing what is now brings in those blessings. So a lot of times we feel like we have to constantly go, and in order to get things done, but we're not necessarily, like, we might be moving, but we're not going anywhere. And Spirit's saying with this one, this is all about knowing that sometimes just being in the now. In fact, gosh, I can't even, why is his name I just recently posted a story on my Instagram, and he was talking about exactly that, about Okay, so for pile 4, I got a quite amazing message, I think, for you through the channel message. So we will see what how this resonates as we flip the cards. But the message for you was awareness. When you choose to see and know, you become aware, and time will provide you the options to choose from. There is new truths to be unveiled to those who have the eyes to see. So that's, I was like, oh wow. So the eye energy is very strong that's coming in. There's definitely something, definitely some new changes, new truths, and new awareness that's coming in for you. So let's see what the cards say about that. Okay. All right, so we've got card 6 and card 39, which is also, we've got 3 there too. So memories of love, flow, and free from judgment, free to love. Interesting. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting around here is this energy of openness. So we have flow here, right? And so flow is all about being fluid, more open. You can see the illumination of the moon there and how it shows you things. Interesting, actually. They just said, okay, wow. My guides just said, look at the lights. I didn't even, you have all of these lights here. You have the light here, and then you have the light in her hair as well. And they're showing the illumination of things and truths that are coming up through the surface. And just how this light here is almost perfectly aligned to the moon there as well. But this is this embracing of this energy, right? So you can see the hands, it has this light and it's accepting it into the realm of possibility and being open to it. And so there's a lot of, you've got memories of love here and free from judgment, free to love. And so, it feels like for some of you, you've been a little bit blocked in terms of the energies of love. Now this feels both, for some of you, this is going to be self-love and being open to loving yourself in a different way, being, more gentle with yourself, as well as being open to love. So I feel like for some of you, you may struggle in romantic relationships in the past. You may have, just in general relationships. But Spirit's saying it starts from within you, right? You have the light, you are holding that, and you can bring that into form. But it's a matter of you accepting of the light and love that resides within you. We are all love. And I'm just blown away because Spirit gets my attention on certain things to overemphasize a message in different ways. And they said, look at the love here. Now this is what we had for all the readings, obviously, but they're drawn, like, look at how it's aligned here. You've got memories of love, that this is sort of etched in stone, this love. And then you've got here, free from judgment, free to love. And that's exactly what the Sacred Heart, that energy, that, and you could see kind of the thorns around it, and it's freeing itself, right? So, unbelievable. Excuse me. I'm just constantly amazed by Spirit and how the connections and the messages come, and there's just, anyway. So this is very much about love energy that's coming in for you for this year, but it feels like it's a transformative energy. It's not something, it feels like I'm ready, I'm open, let it come in type of thing. So let me read the card and see what it says. Okay. You might find yourself walking down memory lane at this time. This nostalgic card could indicate that an old friend, acquaintance from the past may step back into your life, or could even resurrect images of days gone by. Does this person, these happy, forgotten memories, or those innocent childhood memories, encourage you to recall and welcome the energy of love? Is there a message or a lesson from these fond recollections that could benefit you in your present life? This relates to support, dedication, unity, a need of balance in your emotional areas of and love. Your heart and soul are asking you not to dwell in the past, but use this inspiration and joy from that time to assist you in the here and now. So to me, this is very much about, and I was getting a little bit of chills when reading that. This is all about, like, I feel some of you have closed the closet, like closed the door on love and being open to it. And even if you're in a relationship, it's almost like you're just like, I'm not doing, like, I'm not, it feels like there's been a lot of like things from the past. And so why the Spirit's showing me a closet is like, we put things in the closet, right? That like it's old, like we don't really want to get rid of, but we don't know what to do with, right? And so we just stick it in the closet and hope that like someday, like whatever, and they're showing me Friend's closet, the Monica closet, where she just stuffs it all in there, and on the outward, you know, everything looks clean and perfect, but then you go in that closet and it's just stuffed full of stuff, and stuff that she hasn't wanted to deal with, we just put aside. And the Spirit's telling you, like, open it up, open up the closet, shed light into the stuff in there, that and work through it, right? There's a lot of relationship theme that's coming in for you. So how will you manage that going forward? And how do you want to show up in your relationships with yourself and with others? So very strong message for you. So let's see what message for flow is from the book. So this is a meandering river. It's a waterway that curves, bends, turns, and seems to swing side to side as it flows forward. Viewed from above, it looks sinuous and even snake-like. Meandering rivers are dynamic as they wind their way across valley floors and bring life-giving sediment to new habitats. The word meander was derived from the ancient Meander River, which flows into the Aegean Sea. The Greeks created symbols for meander that have been described as some of the most important symbols for the ancient Greek culture. They represented fluid movement of water and the eternal flow of life. The twisting patterns were also thought to represent the serpent, which was a symbol of healing, hence our present-day symbol for doctors in the Cacadius. I might be saying that wrong. So, there are times to hold tight onto the shore, and there are times to enter the flow. Notice where life is going and move in that direction, which is amazing, because Spirit is just the whole being open, the awareness, and moving into that space. Don't resist, it says. Watch for the signs and follow them. When you go with the flow, your life force expands and healing on all levels abounds. This is also the time to release old limiting patterns, forgive, and let go of the need to be right about your beliefs. If you aren't feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you're being self-critical or judgmental. And so I was getting a lot of that too within yourself. You know, oftentimes what we reflect out to others is what we reflect within ourselves. So if we don't maybe give others the grace, it's because we're not giving ourselves the grace. So definitely look for that as well. When you enter the flow with gratitude and love, you will find blessings surrounding you. You will enter into a state of grace. Oh my gosh, I did not even read that word. Wow. In healing, it will abound. Amazing. Just amazing how Spirit is synchronistic with everything and what they're saying. So, wow. This is really a deep, and I feel like a lot of you, whoever chose this, you're very deep in the sense of, you're not a surface person. You're someone who's you take in things very deeply, and when you're hurt, you hold on to that, and you try to process it, and you kind of retreat a little bit, but then you come back out a stronger version of yourself. And I feel like some of you have been holding on. They're saying the last 2 years, there's been a lot of heaviness that you've been sort of processing without like a clear sense of guidance, and you know, like the pathway hasn't been lit, but you've been holding on to it, and they're saying, okay, now it's time. So okay, so let me see here. So there's a lot of messages here from this free from judgment, free to love. So I'm just going to read the kind of key points where that Spirit's calling out to me here. Yeah, okay, so the oracle comes with a message for you. You're learning about mothering and being mothered. You might not be able to do this in a typical way. It might be through bearing children, but it could be through adopting children, raising children, otherwise. But this is all about learning how to be a mother, but maybe even on a different scale, working with groups, communities, causes, or purposes. But it's about putting your energy into something that you love, the universal mother energy. And it says also, this card brings you love, you may find that you are loving or will soon love in a different way. You may worry about this love given that defies what you have been known or have been taught about love. Perhaps you're becoming able to love another tremendously even though you don't have much of a personal relationship with them. You might have to question if this love is real. Is it real, or is it just happening at a different level to the love and attachment you experience when you are involved with someone in a personal relationship? Yeah, so this is, you are affirmed in this love too. This is a universal mother operating through you to nurture life. She will support you in your work so that you can continue to come from love and not be drained, depleted, or lost in despair or fear of futility. Instead, you will be energized and expanded by the dedicated service to life. So this is interesting because this is a deeper love than just like relationship, romantic relationship. This is about redefining your love of life, with yourself and with others. So there's a lot of love energy shifting coming for you. So wow, it's amazing. Each one of the readings so far have been amazing, but this one is just, there's so much under the surface here that it's like I could spend another hour going deeper on this, and it's like I don't even know that I'd have the words to properly indicate like what I'm getting, like what the depths of your energies here. Yeah, so interesting. So the loss energy that's coming in, this is very much a shedding of this space. And again, when our ideals, and I'm getting chills right now, they're saying like when the ideals and the beliefs of everything you sort of projected life or life has projected back at you, when you're letting go of that, right, the memories of that, you can kind of go through a little bit of a loss through that, but it's letting go of that, right? And sometimes when we process that, it's almost like a bit of shame comes up for us because we feel like the things that we've held on to, or even like if we thought bad things, like I just want to say that like we all are human and we all have human emotion. And so don't ever, once you come into that awareness, sometimes we feel guilty and bad about thinking the thoughts we did. But I just want to encourage you that like that's normal. Like don't, if you've said things that were hurtful, if you've done things that were hurtful, or thought things that were hurtful, or maybe that was done to you, it's about forgiveness of yourself and others. And so again, that grace, when you give yourself that grace, you can process it, and just, we all, step up to do better in the next day, whether it's you or someone else. So, okay, Spirit wants me to pull another one here, so I'm going to give that message. I could just, like I said, I could keep going deep on this. This is pretty, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, I shuffled these really well, and card 3, you might want to check, card 3, the same thing came up for them, and the same thing, Spirit, there was a little bit of a heavier message, but Spirit said to pick another one, so you got it again, and they did too, so you might want to check out card star 3. But this is about celebration, because new beginnings, this exciting journey, this path of love, and love is the greatest thing. I've talked to a lot of passed on loved ones, and every reading, you can't take the material with you, you can't take the things that don't matter, nor do people generally bring them up, but they always bring up the love. Like the love never dies, it literally never dies. So just know that that's something that will always stick with you, and you have that, right? It's coming in big time in your reading here. So let's see what other message Spirit has to say for you. Okay. You've got to be kidding. I swear you have to. I shuffled both of these a lot. And so, card 3, got the exact same here and here. Not that one, but here and here. So guaranteed success. So I would highly recommend you check out, pile 3 if you have not already. And, sounds like you got a 2-parter message there. So yeah, guaranteed success, the star, absolutely. Again, that's another light form, right? You've got all these light forms that are coming in for you, and the star is just another thing that lights your path along the way. So, all right, let's see what Spirit has in terms of your affirmation, your blessing for the year. All right, your message. Geez, I could just keep going with this. Words don't do justice right now. Okay, so your blessing for the year is the blessing of creativity. Express yourself creatively, reconnect with your inner child. As ideas and inspiration surface, express them without thought, censorship, or judgment. Don't try to make sense of things. Just allow, just feel, just be, flow with it, right? And this is the time where all is possible. You are limited by what you think is impossible. So that's a beautiful message. So it makes perfect sense for everything Spirit's trying to get through to you here. And hopefully it resonates. You'll have to let me know in the comments. And again, each one of you is going to be at a different point with this. Some of you may be purging through this, and you might be a year of success that's coming in for you and blessings. Some of you might be at different points on that scale and where you're at with it. But if you're at the beginning of this, Spirit's just encouraging you to bring in and release that side of you that no longer serves, right? The loss of the be willing, and losses hurt, right? No matter what, even if you're, even if it's a tower moment, even if it's a phoenix, the shadow work, all losses, a loss is a loss, right? And so we don't put that on a measurement scale, but it's honoring maybe a part of you that no longer serves, maybe a relationship, maybe a situation, anything. But it's honoring what it was and what it taught you, and moving forward into this new blessings and the new success that's coming in for you. So sounds like you have an amazing year coming up. So I do hope that was helpful. Okay, last but not least, the card 5, or the star 5. So I am going to give the channeled message. Yours was a little bit more cryptic, so I will be very interested to see what the cards have to say as it relates to that. So your message was, have it your way. You can have it all. If you act as if, it will bring it into form. You can dream the dream and live it now. So very interesting. So we'll see how the cards bring that. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Wow. First thing, obviously, you've got card 4, foundations and achievements, immediately drawn to the rainbow here. And the symbolism of that, and there's my symbolism for the rainbow is recovery and kind of happily ever after. You've got that energy that's coming in, and trusting of that energy that's also coming in, and then softly the tender touch. And so this is card 20 here. So let me go ahead and just jump right into the foundation and achievements. But this, to me, like immediately, like, and you see these 3 people that are looking at this, it's about everything that you've wanted, right? Everything that you want can absolutely come in, and you just have to believe and know and trust, like, you do deserve it. Like, I feel like I need to tell you, you do deserve it. Yes. The answer is yes. And this is for you. You do deserve it. So this says here, yeah, this card confirms, I'm getting chills again, that what you've been building is now firmly established with a strong and solid foundation. You deserve this. It's your time to harvest the rewards of your efforts. What you sowed, you can now reap. Be open to receive. Oh my gosh, that's amazing how Spirit, okay. As you've worked hard and have given so much, allow the universe to give a little back to you. For it has to be an exchange of giving and receiving in order to prime the pump of gratitude and reinforce the law of attraction. Using the more traditional meaning, the tarot represents a period of celebration, peace, prosperity. It may imply marriage or the buying of land or a home. As you enjoy this time of relaxation, you so deserve it. Know that nothing remains stagnant and the winds of change are always at your door. So that's absolutely beautiful for the channel message that was coming in. And Spirit is saying, obviously, trust, right? Trust that this is happening. I feel like I need to tell, like, I really want to give you some confidence around this, because I feel like Spirit's like, but they don't, that's their problem, is they don't always trust, like, and it's almost like this feeling of guilt, like, how do I deserve all this? Like, what have I done? Like, there's people out there that maybe don't have as much as me, or they may not have the blessings to the extent that I do. But Spirit's saying that's their journey, not yours. And so this is about you trusting your path and what's coming to you, and don't doubt what's coming to you. We all are unique, and we all have our own experiences, and so you have to really trust that. So this is saying here, there's a powerful and important card to receive. Wow. Oh my gosh. So there you go. Even when things seem parched and not fruitful, a deeper energy speaks of the trust of your power of inner knowing. Meditate, trust those nudges from the universe. Your celestial advisors are now close. You are now open to receive some important messages of your life through your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, so trust it. And even if there are some areas of your life that seem lackluster, know that other areas are being fertilized for a pleasant future. Have faith and know that there is a higher purpose. So absolutely beautiful. So this is all just about trusting, right? Trusting that you do deserve this. You do deserve this blessing that's coming in for you. And you know, if we tell, like, if we say, like, gosh, there's some, I've seen, even when I've done personal readings, where the universe is like trying to hand something to them, blessing them, but the person is like not energetically open to receiving it because of their own blocks, and it's very frustrating. Like, I know, like, Spirit, that's like if they just knew, if they only knew, like, it's there for the taking. And so these dreams that Spirit was mentioning for you, you dream these dreams, but it's almost like when they come to you, but it's like, but I don't deserve it. But you absolutely do. So definitely know that that is something that's coming in. And the other thing too, you know, this is a feminine card that's coming in, but I'm also getting a masculine energy. So I do feel like with you, there's a balance of these energies, right? It's almost like the yin and yang, the balance of the energies, but the right brain, left brain, it's like the creativity side of you, and then the feeling of like, my logical mind tells me that this can't be. So there's a bit of inner conflict that might be going on as well, that you just sort of need to push past and realize that that there's beauty to be had, and it's all for you. It's not, it's your situation. It's what's coming in for you. So I'm going to read the card here. There's a lot here, so I'll just kind of touch on the highlights. Yeah, so this talks about the way of the feminine wisdom. There was an old story that the sun and the wind were debating about who was more powerful. After boasting about their prowess, they made a wager. A man walked down the street and with a coat, and the wind and the sun decided that whomever could force the coat off the man was most powerful. The wind was demonstrating the impressive power. It blew and blew and caught beneath the coat, pulling it and nearly ripping it right off the man. But the man wrapped his coat around himself more tightly to protect himself against the force of the wind. Eventually, perhaps temporarily out of puff, the wind gave up. The sun took over. He shone down, becoming brighter and brighter until the man slipped off the coat, slung it over his shoulder, and walked down the street, quite possibly wondering what was happening with the weather that day. The wind attempted, ooh, and I just got chills. The wind attempted to do by force what the sun was able to do by being. You are being asked to surrender your forcefulness, your determination, and your intense activity, even if it's just for the moment. Does this mean that you have to surrender the goals that you were chasing through those endeavors? Certainly not. This is not about letting go of achievement. It's about understanding the process of manifestation in a more intelligent way. Wow. Oh my gosh. There is a way of creating that gives you energy, that doesn't leave you utterly worn out. Is about allowing what you want to come. Be yourself absolutely naturally and with ease. Shine your light and allow your presence to invite that which you wish to receive. Unbelievable. Wow. So you energetically embody what you wish to attract more of in your life. Life attracts, or like attract like. Oh my gosh, I'm just blown away by the entire connection here with this, and what message came through for your channeled message, but also how Spirit is showing me the masculine and the feminine, and this feminine energy is there's an openness to her, right? There's that lotus on the top, and she's receiving of this energy, but there's there's a more logical aspect of yourself that has doubt, that has a little bit, and that it's more of the masculine energy, that there's a little bit more criticalness, doubting, but it's Spirit's telling you to integrate the two and become part of that, right? And you can have it all. You absolutely can. And just, what a beautiful message for you. I'm going to give you the healing process here so you can say that as well. I shine like the sun, radiant with grace, and all that I desire comes to me according to perfect timing. I relax, believe, and receive through unconditional love. This is now so. So just a beautiful message for you. Gosh, I just, like, it's such a deep, deep message. This one and the fourth one, it feels so much deeper, again, that I can do justice to. But it's also, yours feels very almost simple. Like, it's almost like it doesn't need to be that complicated. And some of you might be someone who overthinks, overanalyzes, overcomplicates. And Spirit's just saying, like, you don't need to do it. Like, let go of the resistance, let go of the force of the wind, and be the sun and shine and allow the blessings to just come in very effortlessly. So, and it's, gosh, unbelievable. Okay, so let me pull another card here. Give you some more messages here. They're saying 3. Okay, I'll trust Spirit, so whatever they want here. So they're saying to pull 3 of these cards, so I'm going to pull 3. Okay, yeah, interesting. Harden, exactly what, it's this feeling of like a part of you is not necessarily, like, doesn't believe, doesn't, like, there's a part of you, that shadow part of you, that masculine, that's like, this can't be, this can't be. So some of you actually might be coming into more spiritual energies, but you're dabbling and you're not quite sure if you should trust it or not. And Spirit's saying, like, you're overthinking it. It's just, it doesn't need to be that complicated. So yeah, so, and some of you might be a water sign. There's emotions that are involved here. So Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, that might be some of the energy that's coming in. But there's also a lot of emotions that are wrapped up in this too, and confusion around that. So definitely have some processing to do, and letting go of old beliefs. Some of this is conditioned, right? Like our parents, like, y'all, you gotta, you know, this and that, and or society telling you it has to be a certain way. And yeah, so this is, yeah, nourishment. So nourishment doesn't necessarily have to be about food or what you put in your body, but it's sort of what you put into your energy. And so what are you allowing in, right? So you have to decide what serves you and what doesn't. And so don't let it come onto that plate. Don't let it serve you if it's not in your highest and greatest good. So really do some evaluation of the past. Some of you, I feel like your parents, there was a strong influence of, like, you feel like a little bit, I don't want to say a black sheep, but you feel a little bit like an outlier. You don't necessarily fit into the mold of what you came into in this life. Maybe your family, maybe your friends. There's some societal dynamics that you have that are different, but you need to release that. And it's not about you. Don't look at it as being like a black sheep. You're an outlier. Outliers achieve. Outliers disrupt in a positive way. And you have the capability to do that, but you have to be willing to step away from that, like, well, this is all I am, and this is what I was told I am, so I'm going to have to be that way. No, let it go. This is about you and nourishing yourself in the best way for you. Okay, so let's see what else. Heart, wow. So, yeah, love, deep affection, and caring. So this is all about, to me, self-love, and really about embracing you and who you are. Yeah, you guys, you might want to check out 3 too, or I'm sorry, 4. The pile 4, the heart energy too is coming in here. It's coming in really strong, drawn to that. And this is all about, it's a shift, right, of that energy into that love and that self-love, and being more open to accepting of who you are, and not having to make exceptions for it or even tell others why you are the way you are. Just be, absolutely be. And bring it into form. So that's amazing. Okay, let's see what last card you have here for your blessings for the year. Okay, So immediately drawn to those butterflies and the transformation with that light. And then, oh, there's a little heart that's right there in the middle, just like that. So that's amazing. So sunlight blessings. Wow. Okay, so a ray of light bursts through the cloud of uncertainty and darkness, transform to light. A new day is born and the first buds of spring appear. You are blessed with the birth of something new. A new season of your life begins with this very special blessing. Amazing. Just amazing. Wow. I could definitely go deeper on your reading here. I just feel like there's so much more, but I'm excited for you and what's to come, because I feel like it's one of those things where it's like I almost can't reach it right now, because it's like that song I'm hearing, the best is the rest is still unwritten. So you get to decide it, which is interesting, because Spirit bringing in the channel message of the dream that you get to dream and bring it into form. So the rest is still unwritten, but you get to decide what that pathway looks like for you. But you've got the firm foundations, the beautiful family, everything, all the love in this home that is your spiritual body. So you can bring it into form, and yeah, so just beautiful, beautiful reading. So you'll have to let me know how that resonates. And I wish you and all the other signs an amazing 2023, and namaste.